stick it in your pocket and the buttons get hit. How's everybody? Oh, I thought I was ready. Tuesday night, White Harvest TV. Hope everybody's doing well this wintry February night. It's been cold, cold, cold. Old bones are brittle when it gets below 40 degrees. Well, I hope everybody's tuned in. And we'll do a little picking here. Let's see. I think this is page 28 in the Redback book. Chinese tune. Thing went a little sharp, now a little flat. Well, I hope everybody, like I said, I hope you're doing well. It's a couple old song night here. Let's see. now and then. Well, stiff. I hadn't played it in 2 weeks. We hadn't been on here in 2 weeks. Last Sunday was 2 weeks ago. We did a couple services over in Georgia. We were at where were we? In Buford, Georgia, Buford Church of God, or our worship center there, Lanier Worship Center. And then we went up on Sunday night on up the road there in Clarksville, Tennessee, Clarksville Church of God. And I had a good time with folks up there, really good. And we came back on that, right back on that. I guess we come back on Sunday night, and my phones are ringing over here, and anyway, somebody, I don't know what that message meant, but anyway, we come home and then left out and went to Panama City, Florida, hung out with the mayor and run all over town to eat. One day we went and ate pizza. We drove 80 miles, not counting missing a turn and driving another 20 miles and 20 miles back, but it was 80 miles for a pizza. Now that's, I don't know if that's wanting pizza or liking pizza, but boy did we ever. And it's some of the best I ever ate. But we drove 80 miles. When you ain't got nothing to do, that's what you do. But anyway, we spent days down there. Then last Monday, we were going to come back Sunday. The mayor owns a condo, him and his wife, and they left Sunday to come back home. And he said, y'all just stay as long as you want. So just hang in there. And
That's all we're saying.
the what?
That's all we're
Oh, I'm sitting here now. I'm looking at the wrong monitor. Boy, I feel like an idiot. Everybody feels like a nut. Somebody wants a nut. Linda come here and said all they're seeing is a guitar and a voice. But that's what I say. I've been tired. But we spent a week down in Panama City. We come back home. That shows we're on. And so last Tuesday, we came in on Monday. We didn't stay the rest of that week. Came in on Monday night, got home. And Tuesday, doing some things, I just slept through 9 o'clock in a pre-nap. And so I thought, well, this week I'm going to come here and pick a little bit. And I haven't had any of this stuff hooked up. And so I'm just kind of fumbling about here. And I hooked my switcher up. And, that's a close-up. And that's where I'm supposed to be anyway. There's all kind of little stuff there. You got an intro there that you could come in and out of and get out. So, but anyway, I need a director and I need a producer is what I need. I need somebody that knows what they're doing. And let's see what I can do here. played that forever and ever. And but if you play something, you have to keep playing it, or you get out of practice. I played the old black telly here enough to get the feel of it, and I'm really liking it. I don't know. I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guitars hanging in here. Not counting the double neck and the closet, but I probably need to clear the walls a little bit and get rid of a few guitars that I don't play, not just for the sake of having them. And I keep this black telly, and I know I'll keep old Miss Blue Taylor over there on the wall. It'll stay. It will be at my memorial service, unless a Doyle Dyke signature model comes along. Who knows? But I've got recording equipment here that I'm not even using. I started working on a track this week, and it's hard to remember what if you don't stay with this stuff every day. It kind of escapes. And I thought, man, this is almost too difficult. I'm getting too old for a challenge. But I'll do another challenge right now. Let's see. And, oh, by the way, I got my 5-string banjo at somebody. I believe it was Brother Ricky Cannon. Ricky's a faithful viewer, and Ricky said the other night, "How about some banjo?" Well, I got my banjo out. I haven't been playing banjo for the last year or so because that is a tough instrument to play, and the thumb and finger roll. If you don't do it every day or two, you really get up practice. And I had got so rusty at it that I haven't been picking a banjo. In fact, I didn't even take it on the last 2 dates we went on. But I got it out the other night and fired it up and restrung it, and got everything cooking there. I'm going to do a little banjo picking maybe next week. I had my keyboard in here till just before. I had so much stuff in here. This is a 2-bedroom condo. We have the larger bedroom for the master bedroom. I told Linda, I said, why don't you let me put the bedroom here while I have more space for all this junk. I think that's about time the fight started. But not really, I'm just kidding. But I've got so much stuff crammed in this little room. I don't know how wide it is, but I've got guitars on the wall. I got a 55-inch TV over here. This is my TV room. Linda has a large screen TV in the living room, a sofa and living room furniture that she sets, and she can watch Home and Garden and Hallmark. She's got 3 channels of Hallmark. She watches all that stuff, and I can sit here and watch the Hannity News crying Hannity crying the news and blues and whatever. But I spend most of my time, because we got a couple of recliners here. Late at night, she'll come in here and watch the news, and we'll watch the Honeymooners or Andy Griffith or something. And so she spends some time here, but I spend most of my time right here in this office when I'm at home, and between here and the kitchen. And but I'm going to do a lot more of that for the next month or so, and then we're going to kick off in March. I'm not sure exactly where. I got a few things in the works. The last week of the month, we're going to be back over in Dallas, Georgia, for a couple services over there. And I'll let you know more about that as it gets closer. But we'll be doing something in February. We just did, like I said, a couple services. And that's about what we normally do in the wintertime when it's cold and icy and rainy and snowing. The bus hasn't been out of the parking lot over there since November. It's just sitting there. I go over and crank it and run it some, and it's got plenty of fuel in it. And no, I didn't. I take that back. I must be. See, I'm going crazy. We drove it to Buford the other week, didn't we? We won't drive it this next week or week after next because we'll just be over here in Dallas. But we did drive. I forgot. That's why it has fuel in it. But anyway, the old bus is going to be rolling some in March and April, May, along in there. And used to play this song a lot, and it's a good old Rusty Goodman song. Hope you'll enjoy it. Who am I? The king would bleed and die for me. Well, let's play another one. Let's see if there's anybody watching here tonight. And looks like there's one or two on here. And yeah, Linda's here. She left before I did this morning. And Ricky Cannon, you heard what I said. How about some banjo? Yeah, you heard that, didn't you, buddy? We left. I say Star said we left about the same time. She left a little bit before I did. And I didn't know she was going anywhere today. I have a regular doctor's appointment every 3 months, and it seems like it rolls around so fast that the time's just zooming by. But I go every 3 months because of A1C with a type 2 eye level sugar, and the heart surgery back in 2013. It's hard to believe we're coming up on 9 years since the heart surgery. And next November this coming November will be 9 years. And then the stents and all that, so the medical doctor wants to check on everything every 3 months. Then once a year, about every year or so, I haven't been quite a year, last May, I go to the ear doctor and have my ears checked and make sure everything's doing like it's supposed to. And so she left, and I got up, and there was a note to go by the tag office, which I did. We had to get our tags at a different time over here. And then I got almost to Cedartown, Georgia, and I thought, I wonder where she's at. And I called her on the cell phone. I said, where are you at? She said, I'm in Rome. I said, okay, well, I'm going there after a while. She said, I know it. And so I went to Cedartown, Georgia. I drove about 100 miles today, and about 4:30, I guess it was, and I got through. I called her, and she was about 2 blocks from where I was at in the same city. And so I didn't follow her. She didn't follow me, but I got home about 5 minutes before she did, and came on in, and then she fixed a bite to eat, and I lay down in the chair, rested a little bit, and started trying to dig into this stuff. I had so much equipment stuff set up here trying to pull everything together, and finally got it all done. And for the fiasco tonight, I tell you, I like that camera shot. Ain't that neat? That looks better than I do anyway, don't it? anyway, let me play another, and I'm gonna get on out of here. And it's about tea time. Hit that recliner back again. We'll do a couple things tomorrow, just messing around here. I don't think we're supposed to have any rain, and not supposed to be real cold. So need to go check the bus out, make sure the mice are not coming back, and all that kind of stuff. Linda and I were talking the last day or two with the sad tragedy of Candy Hemphill Christmas. I know Candy Hemphill, when she used to sing, "He's Still Working on Me." She was a teenager. I've known Candy for soon be 50 years. And their firstborn son, Josh, passed away yesterday. He had an aneurysm about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Josh was one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, young man, and we was up at their convention back last November. There was about 4,000 people in the auditorium, and hardly an empty seat. Every seat was marked because it was kind of a reservation thing because expecting such a crowd. And Josh took care of us, make sure he kept us set us on the platform during the whole services. Come eating time, he'd make sure we got back to place to eat, and hey, I got you guys a good place to sit tonight. I mean, he was just such a precious guy, and it's heartbreaking for us and his family to hear such a tragedy. I'm sure he's having a ball. Josh has been through some things in his life that a lot of us have not faced. God has brought him through, and he's a strong young man in the Lord. But it was God's choice to do what he did. It was it's hard. We don't understand. I've gone through so many things in the last. This is February now, in March and April the 3rd. The 4th weekend in April was 50 years ago that my baby girl was 4 weeks old. Donna, you'll be 50 in a few weeks. Your daddy's getting old. And I went with Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters, a music career. Saw a lot happen in those years, and then it's hard to believe that last March in 2021, from 1991 to 2021 was 30 years that Linda and I have been in full-time ministry, anywhere from 20 to 50,000 miles a year of traveling, 14 buses, collectively over 2 million miles years ago when I even quit counting. And sometimes you think, well, I've seen it all. I think I know this. I think I know that. We think we get smart. Somebody wrote an old song one time. Something when you're old enough to, when you old enough to know you're old enough to die, or something like that. When you're old enough to live. But I've learned a lot of things in the last 60 years. I've learned that I can trust the Lord, and I know the Christmas families. They know that they can trust the Lord. They know where they're at with the Lord, and God has a plan. He has a plan for us in our life. He knows the future, and we don't. And but I've learned, and I've heard since I started playing this song. I guess I'm just more aware of it. But there's more people who've been playing and singing this song in the last few months. And I played it for y'all a bunch of times. I'm gonna play it for you again tonight. It says, "Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. Through it all, I've learned to trust in God. Through it all, I've learned to trust in God's Word. Through it all." Through it all, I've learned to trust in Jesus. Guys, I hope y'all come back. I'm going to rehearse up a little and get in here this next week and try maybe learn something new and get the old banjo out, maybe the piano, whatever, piccolo for you. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by, share this video, and they get to see what it looks like for me to talk in front of a guitar. That's wild and crazy. And so have a good week. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Do what you're supposed to do on Wednesday, then rest on Thursday and get ready for a big weekend. And we'll catch y'all later. And God bless you. See you now.